Warriors visiting the Blazers. We take you late to the first quarter, and I want you to keep an eye on Curry in this one. He's being defended by Justin Minaya. And Curry, after this right here, kind of shakes his hand in discomfort. Curry finds Gary Payton the second, though, for the layup, but appears to jam his right hand on Minaya's knee. He would head to the bench in pain before heading to the locker room for the rest of the first quarter. All right, so we go to the early in the second. Curry back in the game, wrist and thumb taped up. Warriors lead 35-27. Curry with the ball on the wing. All right, tape is working. Or maybe it's him. He buries the three. Warriors up by 11. Just over 2 to go in the first half. Warriors up by 10. Jimmy Butler third to Curry, who hits the three. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists in the first half for Curry. Early third quarter, Warriors lead 59-42. Butler to Draymond, who finds Curry. Draymond's what I like to call him, guys. He finishes with 14 points, Curry, that is. Under 8 to go in the third. Warriors up by 23. Green to Butler for that alley-oop. Warriors up by 25. Just over a minute to go in the third. Butler goes up, layup and the foul. Butler at 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. Warriors win 103-86.
Clippers, what about them taking on the Kings? Clippers 6-game win streak entering the game, time for the longest active streak in the NBA. Final seconds of the second, Clippers down 2. Kawhi Leonard. Leonard was 10 of 21 from the field. 20 of his 28 points came in the first half. Clippers up 1 at the half. 6 minutes left in the fourth. Clippers up 7. Harden. Nice lob to Derrick Jones Jr. for the alley-oop dunk. 10 assists for Harden. Clippers up 9. Beautiful chemistry there between those two. 1.5 minutes left in the fourth. Kings down 6. Zach LaVine. LaVine was 9 of 23 from the field. He had 26 points. 1 minute left in the fourth. 4-point game. Kings down. DeMar DeRozan. He had 16 points. He was 6 of 20 from the field. 2-point game. 3.9 seconds left in the fourth. Clippers inbounding up 1. Harden. Keegan Murray gets the steal and calls the timeout. The Kings have life. 2.2 seconds left. Kings have one last shot. Trey Lyles to DeRozan, but DeRozan shot no good. DeRozan tries to draw contact as you take another look, but no foul was called. The Clippers survived by 1. James Harden had 23 points in the victory. There is only 1 game left in the regular season, and there is still plenty to play for. The Grizzlies with their loss to the Nuggets and the Warriors win, so Memphis is locked into the play-in tournament. The Clippers, Nuggets, Warriors, and Timberwolves can all still finish 7th. NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins joins us now as we try to make sense of the West. And Perk, one of the Nuggets, Clippers, Warriors, and Timberwolves will end up in the West play-in. Now, which team would have the most serious problem if they don't make the top 6?
Well, Linda, first of all, can we give a moment and give flowers to Adam Silver in the NBA for the addition of the play-in tournament?
Love it.
It's been the best thing that has happened to the NBA the last 10 years.
You know what I like to call it?
Because we're getting high-level basketball. What you call it?
I call it April anxiety. Do you like that?
I love it. I actually love it because we're getting high-level basketball in April before the postseason because it matters. And when I think about a team that needs to stay out of the play-in tournament, out of those teams, it's Golden State. Think about it. They was behind the 8 ball before they made the trade for Jimmy Butler. They were basically a lottery team. So after the trade, they have been playing playoff basketball to get back in the mix and now back into the postseason. And so any team, when you have vets like Draymond, Steph, and Jimmy, and the miles that they have on their body, and they're able to secure that 6th spot and be able to get a week of rest, will do wonders for the Golden State Warriors. So I'm looking at this Warriors team who have a legit shot at making the NBA Finals. They need this week of rest and to stay out of the play-in tournament.
Ultimately, Perk, everybody in the West is looking up at OKC. We agree. From these group of teams trying to break out, which one poses the biggest threat to the Thunder?
The team that had the Western Conference Player of the Week last week, the Los Angeles Clippers because I'm looking at Kawhi Leonard Jordan, and he's looking healthy, and he's looking back, and he's looking like one of the elite two-way players that this game has ever seen. And I'm watching guys like a Zubac, who's averaging a monster double-double, play his role to a T. James Harden is facilitating, playing the point guard position. And they have great vets. Derrick Jones Jr., he was a guy that helped Dallas last year go to the NBA Finals. I'm looking at a guy like Chris Dunn, who's been a defensive menace for Ty Lue. You have vets like Nicholas Batum and Patty Mills coming in off the bench. This Clippers team is very dangerous. They're actually my sleeper in the Western Conference, well coached by one of the best coaches in the game in Ty Lue. The West definitely need to stay away from the Los Angeles Clippers, and they definitely got a shot at making it to the NBA Finals.
Dangerous and deep. It's a winning formula. It works for OKC. Why not the Clippers? Can't wait for Sunday when all 30 teams play their final game and the playoff picture in the West will finally be revealed. Perk, you're the best. Luka Doncic goes to work. All right, we know about you, LeBron. He lobs it to LeBron James, who does the rest. Great chemistry, of course, showing off in front of the Laker fans. Midway through the quarter, it's Luka Doncic making things happen again. He's the creator. He's driving, and he gets the bucket to go, and he's fouled as well for the and one. And less than 6 minutes left in the second quarter now. Doncic back to work with a step-back three, picking up where he left off from that amazing, memorable game in Dallas. Lakers up 18. Little over a minute left in the second. Lakers come up with a steal. And here they go on the break. LeBron dishing to Rui Hachimura, who throws it down. The Lakers are running away with it 85-68 in the third.
All right, Grizzlies taking on the Nuggets. Both Memphis and Denver playing under interim head coaches after the recent firings of Taylor Jenkins and Michael Malone. And following that $75,000 fine for finger gun gestures, Ja Morant debuted a new grenade celebration over the past two games. Here's what he said: "That's my celebration now until somebody else has a problem with it, and I'll find another one." First quarter, Morant doubling down here. There he goes for three over Nikola Jokic, and there goes a grenade celebration. A few possessions later, Memphis up by 2. Morant all by himself, like Celine Dion. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Morant with nearly 2 threes, and the Grizzlies are ahead early. Under 1 minute to play in the first, Denver trailing. Jokic hands it off to Christian Brown. Brown finishes with a nice layup there. Jokic, 4th assist of the game. All right, we go to the fourth, under 3 minutes left. Game tied at 108. Jamal Murray pulls up, hits the jumper for the lead. Murray back in the lineup after missing 6 straight games. Next possession for the Nuggets, same score. Murray behind the back to Jokic, and he scores inside. What a pass. Denver leads 112 at that point. Under 2 minutes to play. Murray steps up, another jumper. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists in his return. Next Nuggets possession, Westbrook pushes, dishes to Jokic, who finishes the bucket. 26 points, 16 rebounds, and 12 assists. So you know what that means. After recording his 34th triple-double of the season, Jokic became the 3rd player to average a triple-double for an entire season in NBA history, joining Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook. In fact, Westbrook has done this in 4 separate seasons.
The Timberwolves need a win over the Nets to clinch a playoff berth. There's Anthony Edwards off his 44-point game. Timberwolves led 45-34. Edwards called for a blocking foul, and he gets a technical foul right away. And that's his 18th tech of the season. You know what that means. Results in a suspension for the Timberwolves' next game against the Jazz. Edwards attacking, gets the layup to fall, and the Timberwolves led by 14. Next Minnesota possession, Julius Randle double-teamed, and Randle kicking it out to Edwards for 3. Edwards had 9 points. Halfway through the third, Rudy Gobert contests Drew Timme's layup on the other end. Gobert uses his size and gets the easy layup to go. 35 points, 11 rebounds for Rudy Gobert. Fourth quarter now, 106-88 Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander-Walker to Gobert. Gobert ties his career high with those 35 points, and the Timberwolves clinch a playoff berth. They go on to win 117-91. We've got a lot more NBA on the way. Kendrick Perkins, Perk, will join us to try and make sense of a wild, wild west. That's later on SportsCenter.
Over to the Eastern Conference, the top 6 teams are set, but only the Cavaliers and Celtics are locked into their seeds entering Friday. With a win, the Knicks can be locked into the 3 seed, while the Bucks and Pistons square off in the final 2 games of the season to decide who earns the 5th seed.